All right, hello everybody. We are doing another Vintage Supreme Draft. So again, the way this works is you pick two cards out of each pack. Each pack is a brand new, so procedurally generated here. So every pick a new pack, lots of power, lots of duplicates. It's gonna be a fun time, and we're gonna take a spin with it. So first thing, Ancestral Recall looks great here. Knight's Whisper, Vampire Tutor, both good cards for the broken decks. I don't see too much else. I think green is negligible in this format unless you get a bunch of channels. There's also Solomon, there's Vampire Tutor. So I think we're going to pick Vampire Tutor and Ancestral Recall. Knight's Whisper also pretty. I think we can do more broken things than that. Like Mox Pearl. So we'll take Mox Pearl. And I think I like Scalding Tarn here. Excuse me. Decks that are going to play cards like this typically do play fetch land, so we can play a nice low land count. So the two of these cards together is great. If I was going to do something different, I might take Top. Frantic Search is also very good if we want to be Storm. Frantic Search is... Maybe I just take Frantic Search. Try to be Storm. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. The double ancestral deck. So that's pretty cool. So we'll start off like this. That's how you play Magic the Gathering right there. And then there are some good cards in this pack. There's Counterspell, which is very good, and there's also Teferi Time Raveler, which if you're Storm, I think this is a good card for what we're trying to do here. We may be able to find more counter. I think this effect is less replaceable. So we're going to take Teferi. Power every pack! Okay, so we're going to take Power again, which is pretty cool. What else are we taking here? I kind of like to speculate on Academy. I also like cards like Mana Leak, but I think Academy, again, is one of those less replaceable effects. If we have a bunch of Moxes, it's probably going to be very good. And I don't think we're passing on too much here. So we're going to go ahead and we'll take Academy. Sort by converted mana cost. So here, what do we have? We have Mana Vault, so more of that fast mana. So we're definitely going to take that. And then we have Gruul Signet, but I don't like Gruul Signet that much. We have Wasteland and Dark Ritual. Could be Duress. Duress seems very good in this format. I think we'll just stick with what we know here and take Dark Ritual. Well, if we're leaning towards these blue cards, we're probably going to want to be some sort of combo deck. Duress, Dark Ritual are both good in Storm, though. We'll take Dark Ritual. All right, more Moxes, more power. We'll take Mox Ruby. Don't think Balance is good in this format. There's Blightsteel in case we get Tinker. There's also Prismatic Vista and Commit to Memory, which is a draw 7. How do we like more? I think I like Vampire Tutor. It helps us play this Teferi a little bit easier in this Ancestral Recall deck. Could be wrong on that though, but we'll take this. Alright, we got instantly rewarded with a powerful pack. So we got Time Twister, Bristlebrand, Soul Ring, Lion's Eye Diamond, and Inkwell Leviathan if you're doing those things. So we're going to take Time Twister. Draw 7s are great in Storm. And then we're also going to take Soul Ring, most powerful card in Magic here. All right, so we have a Brain Freeze. So there's our win condition, best Storm win condition in the cube. Although there are probably a lot of Emeralds. I don't know 100% what we do about that. And what else do we have? We have Spell Seeker, which finds both of our Ancestral Recalls. There's also Past in Flames. I think we can win in other ways other than Past in Flames. I'm going to take Spell Seeker. Okay. This pack has honestly not much for us. This might be Rakdos Return and Bargain, just as some win cons, just as some additional cards that do things. I feel like Bargain's pretty weak, but we'll take Bargain. Definitely not playing like Muldrifter or any of these creatures. bargain, and we'll take Rakdos Return. We have 2 Mox Rubies. I'm skeptical on those, though. Okay. So, here we have Time Walk, which is definitely going to be our pick. And then for artifacts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a huge amount of artifacts, but we're definitely taking time. Another piece of power. Do we grab Second Academy? Monastery Mentor, honestly, seems pretty awesome in a deck like this. There's also Simic Signet, which we're not touching any of those colors now. We still have 8 packs left. Second Academy would be very good if we get more Mox. I think I like taking Monastery Mentor, especially with Time Walk in our deck. Yeah. We'll see if I come to regret it. Alright, here we have Remand, which is a spell I like. Then there's also Badlands, which is good at just our mana fixing for these cards here. There's Mystical Tutor. Mystical Tutor finds Ancestral and Time Walk. So we'll go with that, but we have Mystical and Vamp. I think we'll take Lotus Petal. More of that acceleration here. And I think maybe we'll take Remand to try to be a little more reactive. It also adds to the Storm count. It's a pretty good spell. Okay. What do we have here? Fractured Identity, which is just a busted Magic the Gathering card if you never cast it. Then we have Wasteland, Wooded Foothills. None of these cards are particularly awesome for us, so I'll take Fractured Identity. It's just a good card to play. And then I guess I take Sacred Foundry. I think that's okay. All right, well, drying up on power here, but we do get Snapcaster with Time Walk and Ancestral in our deck. Yes, please. And then what else are we taking? Cryptic Command doesn't seem great in this format of Moxes and Lotuses. I kind of want to just take Inquisition of Kozilek. We don't really have any draw 7s. We definitely still need some help. Oh no. There's Mana Crypt, which is just a great accelerant. There's Hull Breacher, which is broken with draw 7s. And then there's Memory Jar, which is just another draw 7 that's very good. We're definitely taking Mana Crypt. There's also Ponder here, which I think is fine. I don't think there's any reason to not take Ponder. I can see it. I can see a lot of cards justified in every way here. I think we just take Hull Breacher. This card seems absolutely absurd. Is there anything else in the pack to even consider other than besides this and Jar? I don't think there is. Yeah, we'll just take Hull Breacher. Library, which is a cool card, but I don't think that we're in the market for that card. So I guess we take Impulse just as a cantrip. Seems fine. I don't think you want tap lands in this format at all. I guess I'll take Consecrated Sphinx. Though I don't know if we're ever going to be in a position that we actually get to play it. Okay. Thoughtseize. Demonic Tutor. Are we generating enough Storm to really go off is the question. I think we just take Thoughtseize. Just another interactive spell that's pretty decent in the later turns of the game. I don't think Demonic Tutor is better than Thoughtseize. I mean, it's definitely more powerful, but we're going to be playing a lot of our cards and drawing a lot of our cards. We could take the Demonic Tutor also. There's nothing that says we can't, I guess. Okay, we have Dismember for a bit of removal. Inquisition. Arid Mesa. So I guess we take Arid Mesa. Not really anything I love here. And I guess we take Dismember just because it's a flexible card. It kills Hull Breacher. I think that's enough. Alright. And last pack we get Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, which is a fine Magic the Gathering card. Then we have Treachery, Languish, Incinerate. I don't think we're a Manamorphose deck. think we're just gonna take Teferi. Our packs came out a little awkward here. I guess we can take Windswept Heath. Turns into a white-red duel. We don't have that much red mana though, we literally have one red card. I think I'll just take Treachery. Treachery seems like a fine card to play. Alright, deck construction. We do have a pretty good Storm-esque deck. This is 36 cards, so we take this land out. How many lands are we trying to play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably like 13 lands. Well, let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana sources, so we'll play 5. Play plains. Probably also want to play swamp or 2. Let's think here. Probably fine. So that's 14 mana sources. 15, 16, 17. So a lot of our deck makes mana. So that's good. We're definitely playing the Ancestrals. Let's just put everything up here and we'll build it a step at a time here. We can draw a lot of cards and we can make a lot of mana. So I like the Ancestrals. I think we want Mentor. We have Time Walk. Good. We have Snapcaster to go with Time Walk. We have Spell Seeker, which finds Time Walk and Ancestral. Those cards all seem to be holding their weight. Let's see. Then we have our Stormwind Condition and Brain Freeze. Teferi Time Raveler. Teferi Hero of Dominaria. Command. Time Twister. Hull Breacher. We're going to be playing most of the cards that we took here. Question is do we need to play the black? Wish we had a way. I wish we had like a Thassa's Oracle or something. So we do need to play some amount of black. So I think we'll play Vamp, Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Dark Ritual. I guess we're just going really, really big. I guess making mana with Rakdos' return is actually like one of our win conditions. Seems a little suspect. Do we need more black sources? We need more black sources if we're playing Bargain. I don't think so. I think we can probably play it like this. Alright, and this is going to be our deck construction. We'll see you in the first game. Alright, welcome to round number 1 after waiting for almost 2 minutes in the cube. We're on the play Vintage Cube Supreme. This hand is okay. I think we keep it. I don't see anything wrong with the hand here. We'll probably hold up Hull Breacher on turn 1. It's probably our best bet. See what our opponent's up to. We'll just pass it back to our opponent. I don't think we're really going to mess too much with... Our deck isn't as powerful as I'd like it to be. That being said, I have like 8 pieces of power, but... So you gotta pick your battles, I suppose. Alright. Mox. Ancestral. Well... Let's play Hull Breacher. See if we can get some treasures out of the deal. Looks like we're good to go. Our opponent draws no cards. We get their treasures. We'll see what happens here. And our opponent concedes. All right, easy win, easy win. Okay, cool. Didn't play around the Hull Breacher. Of course, of course, of course. Well, we didn't see anything, so we'll just run it back. And that works out for us, because that hand was not as powerful as I think it could have been. So, This hand has no blue mana. I think I'm gonna ship it. I think we can do better. No blue is pretty rough. I mean, this hand is technically better. Keep, and I think so. We have play land, play mana crypt, play opal, play petal, tap for 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we keep. What do we get rid of? I think we just put back Vamp. I don't know what we're vamping for, so I think we'll just put that back. We'll keep the petal and the crypt to help power out our academy. Okay, Spire Bluff, Canal. If our opponent wants to play around Hull Breacher. It looks like our opponent has a lost connection, but has rejoined the client. I think they may be having some connection issues here. Alright, opponent is back, looks like, and they turn 1 Ancestral Recalled themselves. We have to let that one go. We don't get to stop it twice, unfortunately. Mox Jet from the opponent. Mana Vault. Okay. Good cards, good cards. Okay, opponent's going to untap with 5 mana next turn. We drew Island, which is actually very good for us. So Petal, Crypt, Academy. So we have 4 mana available, and just pass it back to our opponent. Well, 5 mana available if we want to use our Lotus Petal, which we don't. See what our opponent's up to this turn. Scalding Tarn. Dark Ritual. Is our opponent going for a turn 2 Stormkill? We don't have any counter spells in our deck. Oh, we do have Remand. Manamorphose, okay. We also don't have any Eldrazi in our deck, which makes us a little susceptible. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think we're pretty good with that. Alright, it's much better now. Is it though? We didn't actually draw any lands. It was a little rough. If opponent was going to fetch, they should have fetched before they wheeled. Now we gotta wonder, is there a way to get Monastery Mentor into play plus Time Walk? I guess the first step would be to draw the Time Walk. Ancestrals again. Okay, opponent's deck is busted. They might be able to get us here, honestly. Sure. I mean, there's not much we can do about it. Probably just take Mentor here. See what our opponent decides to take. Alright, opponent takes Dark Ritual, which is strange, in my opinion. Alright, opponent has no blue mana up. So now we need to figure out a way if we can get Monastery Mentor plus Time Walk. We need a lot of mana here to do that. Maybe it was right to take that then? So, this currently gives us, so we have 5 mana, so that's enough to Spellseeker, Time Walk. Alternatively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we could try to get Bargain into play. We could also do that on our next turn. And that lets us keep our Petal. So 2, 2. We can also just slam Bargain. Play a bargain. How do we get enough mana to cast our spells, though? Since we played our land. Alright, let's go Spell Seeker. Alright, we'll grab Time Walk. So now do we just go for the Time Walk since that last spell seemed to snap resolve? Okay. That's good for us. Let's yield to the trigger. Tails on the flip. Great. Island. Play Island. We get Inquisition them first to see if there's anything going on. So we can DT for Mana Vault. We need to save this Time Walk for when we have Mentor in play. Bargain. Oh, do we not have... We need to... We actually need to sack the pedal to play this. Get to leave a blue though that way, I suppose. Alright, bargain, pay a life, draw a card, pay a life, draw a card, pay a life, draw a card, pay a life, draw a card. We played land this turn, right? Okay, so we need to hit oh, we don't have a lot of cards left in our deck. Time Twister is a good hit. You hit that Mox Pearl. You didn't hit it. You go Mox, Mox, Frantic Search, discard 2 lands, untap 3 lands. Okay. Then we go Pearl, Mentor. Then we can snap, Time Walk, and Ancestral. And let's go. Can't actually snap, Time Walk. 6 cards. Brain Freeze Mills 3. So 6 times 13. Okay. So we can mill them. Okay, always yield, always yield. Fine. Could cast Time Twister here. That doesn't give us any more life. So I can Snapcaster. I have to use my mana to untap. Maybe I just go for the Brain Freeze here, and if I lose, I lose, and then I can snap Time Walk next turn and try to kill with Mentor. Well, I can also Brain Freeze. Snap Brain Freeze. Go Brain Freeze. Target our opponent. Sure. targets. Our opponent's got a Eldrazi in our deck. They do not, and we win round number 1. All right, we'll be back for the second game. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the second round here. Vintage Supreme Draft, Vintage Cube Supreme Draft, Vintage Mulligan. We're gonna ship this one. I don't think there's any way that we can keep it. And is better. I just want to put back Mentor, but Mentor could be good if we get an explosion of stuff. We're gonna put back Plains. Mishra's Workshop. Okay, I'm just playing a fun deck. Don't Lodestone Golem me, please. What's our best draw here? One has a lot of mana already. I will say that the start to all these decks looks super cool and super powerful. Okay, I mean, that's what we wanted to draw, so I think we just play this and just hold for now. There's not anything that we really want to draw or anything that really accelerates us into Mentor any quicker. We have the white mana for the Mentor when we want it to. Our opponent's clearly playing stacks. Blue stacks. Alright, is this like Tezzeret or something? Lodestone Golem. Alright, well, we saw that one coming. Draw some cards here. Okay. I wish I could get this to Fairy down next turn. We need to draw an artifact here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we can get... This needs to get white, regardless of what happens. We can play Teferi off the pedal, bounce the Lodestone, draw a card. The next turn, we can play Mentor. Not much. Or we could wait one turn and play Teferi. We could also just cast Time Walk here. Try to get ahead of our opponent on mana. We do have Snapcaster in our deck. I'm going to go for that. See if our opponent's got Force Will in their Lodestone Golem deck. We'll hold on to the pedal. Treachery. Okay, so let's go. I just want to play Mentor, then play Lotus Petal. One can't force us here. Alright, so we want to put the Prowess trigger on the stack first. That's to make the Monk and then the Monk Prowess. Not that it matters too much here. And we'll see what our opponent has to do with their riches. Monastery Mentor does kill very quickly. We're going to get it to Fairy down next turn, presumably. Get the Mentor down before the Force of Will is up. Alright, opponent's got 6 mana for artifacts if they want it. 3 if they're non-artifacts. Our opponent's gonna get in there with the Lodestone. Okay, well, we'll take a beating. That's okay. I kind of want to Treachery the Lodestone. See what this is. Another Lodestone. Okay. Opponent's deck doing cool things. And we have plenty of mana to do everything that we want to do, though. So our opponent still can pitch to Force of Will, ironically. Alright, so we want to put The prowess triggers on the stack first. I'm gonna make them pretty nice. So let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't Teferi and Treachery. I can Teferi, bounce a Lodestone. I want to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Teferi, bounce a Lodestone Golem. Get in for a lot. Leave it back a monk. Could also go Frantic Search, untap, Treachery. I'm leaving up 2 blue mana. Feels like a Force of Will pitch. Don't really want to block the Lodestone if I don't have to. We'll go for Teferi here. We'll take the conservative line. Oh, we need to have blue for Teferi. Blue, white. What the hell? Oh, right, there's 2. Man, that looked rough. That looked rough. So we put all the prowess triggers on the stack first. Monks. Very resolves. Alright, we'll bounce Lodestone. Thoughtseize. Save Thoughtseize for next turn. I could Thoughtseize the Golem. One more point of damage. Suppose that's the way to do it. Sorry, Mentor Man. Hell of a magic card. Alright, and our opponent concedes before giving us any more information. Cool. Alright, we're gonna bring in the Dismember in this matchup. Probably cut Rakdos Return. Just as another card that kills Lodestone. Run it back. Alright. The next game here. Game number 2. The second round. The roundening. Alright. This hand is dope. We're gonna keep. Forgot we had Soul Ring even in our deck. Hand is awesome. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a crazy busted start. Mana Crypt, looking good. Soul Ring, okay. Metalworker. That's pretty good. That's a good start. What are you going to cast with that Metalworker? Probably going to find out. Alternatively, I could Time Twister, but I think that's great either. So now do I play Swamp and Thoughtseize? I think Thoughtseize is going to be good enough for the first turn here. Go ahead and Thoughtseize, see what's going on. Ballista, Sundering Titan, Ulamog. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we take Sundering Titan. We have to deal with the Ballista. Okay. Alright. Well, our opponent can't cast Ulamog on us, which is good. We're going to have the Time Twister next turn just to not die. Hope we can go off, I suppose. Metalworker start, pretty impressive from our opponent. Won the die flip. Alright, activates Metalworker. Deals 2 cards. Mana Vault, okay. Gives him enough for Ulamog. Can we beat Ulamog? Don't think we can. Alright, yeah, we'll concede. Alright, so that game went a lot differently than the first game, but we'll run it back. I don't think we want to change anything. I think our deck is pretty good against theirs. For the most part, at least, we're going to do our best to kind of knock through here, I think. We'll see what happens. Alright, for the third game of this round here, this hand has a quick Fractured Identity, which is good against a lot of the things that they're doing. It doesn't have a lot of action in it. Not particularly good against Ulamog. Good Thoughtseize on turn 1. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep it. It's not great, but we're going to keep it. You have a Swamp in our deck, right? That would have been a blowout, right? Oh, jeez. Alright. One's got Black Lotus, Mana Vault, Battle Sphere. So we just take Black Lotus, right? Let him have... I have a lot going on our turn, though, and then we can Fractured Identity their Mana Vault, and then they just have nothing going on? Okay. Alright, opponent does have good stuff in their hand, but we'll see if it's better than our stuff. Land, Mana Vault. Okay, so Island, Mana Vault. Your Soul Ring. Can't actually do that this turn. If I would have started on that, I could have. Pretty rough. Right, let's go Soul Ring. Mana Vault. Guess we can try to pay for the leak the next turn. Island. Pass it back. Yeah, we don't have any white mana. Okay, that's a little rough. Our opponent gets to just hold up Mana Leak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we can pay for Mana Leak, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll have 8 mana, so we'll just have to do it before our opponent gets to do their thing. Opponent drew Island and plays Golos. Okay, so maybe we just take Golos. So presumably they just get Workshop, right? Workshop, untap Mana Vault? The real question. We don't really have any cool lands to get out of our deck either. Our opponent has Shelldock Isle, that's pretty good. Alright, so their hand is Mana Leak, Battle Sphere, Mindslaver, one other card. They need to get up to 4 to untap their Mana Vault. I think I'm just going to Identity the Golos. Okay, they do get Workshop, so they're at 5 mana, so they're 1 away from Mindslaver. Okay, we draw. We draw Brain Freeze. Not the best draw for us. Let's just play Plains. Wait, Identity. Identity to Golos, or do we Identity? Well, I think we Identity. Let's see. All right, Fractured Identity Golos. We get a Golos. Yes, we'll search our library. We can get Tolarian Academy. Honestly, it's just our best land. Let's get Academy. We have almost enough colors to activate Golos. We have the Ruby in our deck. We don't have any way to make green mana, I don't think. Lotus Petal. If our opponent draws a land, they can play... Oh, they drew a good land even. They drew Ancient too. Our opponent goes for Battle Sphere. That's pretty good. We're gonna have to draw out of this somehow. Impulse. Okay. Impulse here. Mox Ruby, Vamp. Vamp can get us Time Twister. Set us up for the win next turn. Can't Mind Slaver us next turn, so let's just take Vamp. Let's cast Vampiric Tutor. We'll put Time Twister on. And we cast Brain Freeze. Targeting our opponent. And then mill them for a few and then see what happens. I know they have big Ulamog in their deck. Alright, we're not getting Ulamogged, we're not getting Tinkered. Okay, they have 2 workshops. That's good to know about. And next turn we'll go for Time Twister and see what happens. I think it would have to be a really bad Time Twister for us to not win here. And I also think I'm blocking with the close. Our opponent untaps a Mana Vault is even better for us because they tap down their blue mana. Yeah, opponent's second guessing it. Were they just waiting for the trigger to go on the stack? Okay, they're just going to take the damage. I think that's smart. Oh, Academy runs too? Yeah, they're going to hold a Mana Leak. Okay. Have another Golos? Mind Slaver. Okay. Alright, so our opponent's going to deal us some damage. We'll block with Golos because he's not doing us much good here. And we'll hope for a big turn. Well, there's the Time Twister. Start there. Time Twister. I assume our opponent's got Mana Leak. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. So we're going to have to pay for the Mana Leak and we're going to have to go off still. I don't think we could keep waiting though. I think this is the turn that we have to make our move here. Alright. Spiral. Alright, so there's... Okay, so we've got 24 cards in library. So we can go Vamp, Mox, Mox. Or we can DT. So we can Mox, Mox, DT. Play the land yet? Not play the land yet. Alright, so form counts 2, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Demonic Tutor for Ancestral. Well, we play these Moxes first because that makes us have so much more mana, right? Mox, Mox. play Teferi, then we DT and Time Walk. So Storm's at 4, so Storm's at 4, 5, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 7 is 21, times 8, so we need 4 more spells, so 1, 2, we can vamp in response, but we need more black mana, which we don't have. Fairy would be 5. And we could vamp and put Ancestral on top. Alright. I think I like Teferi. Teferi. If our opponent has... Oh, I gotta tap blue for that. So bad for us. Alright, let's go Teferi. Bounce. Mindslaver, I guess. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. That makes it easy. Brain Freeze. Time Walk. Brain Freeze you. Okay, so then they have to win on their upkeep. Alright, and we have Remand up even? Okay. Whew. Alright, draws from an empty library. Unless they have a spell they want to cast in their upkeep, I'll Remand it. What a game, what a game. Alternatively, so if we hadn't hit that Dark Ritual, made it easy, I think we still would have had it. The Dark Ritual just basically made it on autopilot, because we could have DT'd for Ancestral, vamped, and then Ancestral over top of it, and probably drew Brain Freeze, but not necessarily 100%. Looks like our opponent's gonna paid their $10. Hopefully that they're not just gonna make me wait it out. But we'll be back when we know what's going on. Oh, I see. The opponent isn't quite out of the woods yet because they can put a card on top of their library every turn. Uh-oh. So we need to Remand into Ancestral. We still need to find Ancestral Recall. If we find Ancestral, we win. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. They can just attack and kill us? Uh-oh. Opponent's like, how does this go wrong? I should have bounced Battle Sphere. Oh, punished. Looks like our opponent's just gonna do it. I totally missed the Academy Ruins. That's such a punt. Yep. Yep. Thought I had it. Thought I had it. Maybe there was another line I could have taken there. Oh, well. Alright, and we'll see you guys in the last round. Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to the third and final round. We are on the play, which is great. With a hand that is not bad. I think very keepable. We can go... This is a turn 2 Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. We'll just play Arid Mesa. Any reason to play the Mana Crypt? I guess there are a lot of draw 7s in this format. Can't actually cast this Dark Ritual. Arid Mesa doesn't find black. We'll have to think about this some more. Maybe this hand wasn't any good. Forced from our opponent. Passes? Well, that's gonna be fine if that's the case. Looks like our opponent's second main phasing. So we fetch end of turn, fetch out tapped Sacred Foundry. We have 4 mana. 4 mana, again, not the requisite amount. I wonder if our opponent's got a turn 2 channel that they're just waiting to gas up on us. We need to draw 1 more mana to do anything. Maybe this hand was bad without the black. See what our opponent's up to. Some sort of blue, I imagine. There we go. Mox Diamond. Here comes the powerful cards. Alright, opponent's just gonna hold up what they're holding up. Swamp. Yes, Mana Crypt. Alright, opponent doesn't bite on countering the Mana Crypt. I think I'll go Vamp end of turn for Time Spiral. See what our opponent does. Not Time Spiral, Time Twister. Excuse me. See what our opponent Mystical Tutors for. Ancestral. Okay, pretty standard. See if our opponent Ancestrals themselves. Okay, more blue. Does Ancestral. We don't have any lands here, so I think that we're supposed to go for it, honestly. Our opponent got a second main phase something cool? Sylvan Library. Okay, we're gonna go for it now, I think. Okay, so it has to be a force of some sort. They might just force this. Okay, looks like they're F6. So let's get Time Twister. Get Ancestral. And Ancestral Snap Ancestral. And I think that puts us back into this game. Am I okay with going that slow though? I think I want Time Twister. I need to make something happen here. Lost the flip. Drew Time Twister. Let's go Dark Ritual. Time Twister. Okay. Okay. So we go Mox Ruby, Mox Pearl, Mox Ruby. Ironically, we don't have. We can DT. What do we DT for? I don't have any blue mana. DT for Lotus Petal. DT. Right? Lotus Petal. Oh, that was a mistake. Still doesn't get us enough blue mana to do anything. Oh, and I have to crack the Petal to Thoughtseize. They'll probably do crack the Petal. Got 7 cards in their hand. I mean, what's going on? Sully Pride Mage, Natural Order, Fyndhorn Elves, Mystical Tutor, Oblivion. We just take the natural. Our opponent's hand actually isn't very good. Next turn we hope to draw some sort of blue source, I guess. Alright, we are yielded Mystical Tutors in the upkeep. Smart. See what they got going on here. Then they also get to draw more cards if they want to. That tutor was bad. I admit that punt. That's a punt on me. Strip mine. Okay. Strip mines are blue, presumably. Sacred Foundry. Okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. I want to have another natural order in their deck. I mean, that would be bad for us. Oh, Ancestral. Okay. Sure. We need to draw a blue source so we can Ancestral. Wasali. Okay. No mana for that though, unless they want to use the food off their Gilded Goose, which I think is fine. I don't think it matters too much one way or the other. Destroys our Soul Ring. Losing the flip, not great. Let's Ancestral ourselves. Well, go really, really deep. Try not to die next turn. We know they have an Oblivion Ring in hand though. Put this Mentor into play. And really wasn't much else. I actually can't even get this Bargain into play. My mana is so bad this match. Okay. Opponent's just drawing cards off the Sylvan Library. We played out a bunch of our Moxes like a dummy. Thinking we had more mana than we did. One doesn't have anything that deals with the Mentor per se, but they played this, they played this. Played that, played that. The only thing we know for sure is Forest. Forest, Oblivion Ring, Findhorn. Alright, there's the Oblivion Ring for the Mentor. Sure. We're gonna lose to our own Mana Crypt. And then here. Okay, cool. Cradle. Whoa. Okay. The Findhorn. Regrowth, Ancestral. Okay. How do we not die? Alright, well, winning the flip's the start. Academy. Academy, definitely a need to figure out a way to generate a lot of storm. So I could want to get Treachery, Hex Drinker, and try to kill them with Hex Drinker, I suppose. That only that's me one mana though. Maybe I don't want to do that way. Maybe I do. Let's go Spellseeker. Our opponent Force too. You know, 3 of their 5 cards. Get Ancestral or do we get Time? I sort of think it's just Time Walk. Can we Time Walk and Ancestral? No. So we can't bargain either. We could get Dark Ritual. If we get Dark Ritual, That lets us slap down this bargain. All of our good cards are basically out of our deck. Can't time walk plus. Okay. Treachery. I guess I should have Mox here. Okay, untap. We go time walk. Level this up to a bunch. Try to win. I guess I could slap down this bargain too. Then I just have to stay above 3. A bargain. Okay. Okay. Lost the flip. We don't have any way to gain any life, so that's pretty bad. Gotta win this turn. I can. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And Rakdos is returned for 13. 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is X is currently 10, 11, 12. Go the whole way, but it is lethal. They have force, they got us. Alright, they just concede before showing us their hand. Whew. That was a close one. Alright, Dismember is looking great here. Probably take out. Cut. What do we cut? Maybe just Vamp. Frantic Search, maybe? Frantic Search not being very good. Maybe Consecrate Sphinx is just a better ramp into target. I like our deck quite a bit. Yeah, we'll take out Frantic Search. Ooh, that game was close. Time Walk, man. Time Walk's a hell of a card.
One eternity later.
So our opponent conceded. They were gone. They DC'd. They didn't come back for 10 minutes. So we did win the match. Not the way that I wanted the match to win, of course. CrewDog88. We'll get our game in someday. It was a fun first match. I would have loved to play another one. But thank you all for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And try not to scrub out of your next Supreme Draft.